Hey guys, welcome back to my channel if you're new here. My name is Sydney and today's video is going to be all about me revisiting my 2019 favorites. So in 2019 I decided to do my top 19 products of 2019, so we have quite a few to go through. I've yet to film my favorites of 2020 video. I think I'm just gonna do 10 though, because I feel like 10 is a good number to where like I'm not going to be picking things that like, oh, I just need to fill a spot, so I'm going to throw this one in, which I feel like I kind of fell into that trap last year. But I've got some really good products to share this year. I'm really excited to look back at the products that I put in my top 19 last year because I feel like my thoughts have changed on quite a few of them. So really quickly before we hop in, I do want to say that I was inspired to do this video by Sarah Rose. I want to say that I don't know if she's the original creator of that video or of this video idea, but if there's another creator, I will put it in the description box down below along with a link to their channel. But that's enough blabbing for me. Let's hop into the video, you guys. We've got lots of products to go through. Okay guys, first up we have a lot of Makeup Revolution complexion products to check out. I went a little bit crazy in the summer of 2019 trying Makeup Revolution's complexion products. I think Ulta was having a sale. So first I grabbed the Conceal and Define foundation, and this was a huge favorite of mine that year. I still like this foundation, but I just really feel like I've converted to being a dewy foundation kind of girl. I just feel like it looks so much better on my skin, even though I do get a little bit oily. But I just like, this one's good, but it's not my favorite anymore. I think I might like this one a little bit better if I had a different shade, because this shade is very yellow on me right now. So I feel like that might make me like it a little bit more. I still enjoy this foundation, but I don't know if I would put it in like my top 10 products for 2020, you know? Next up is the Conceal and Hydrate foundation. This one I do really enjoy. I won't lie, I've kind of taken a bit of a step back from this one this year because I was trying to pan my Flower Beauty Light Illusion foundation. So ready to just chuck that one. I am so sick of using it. It's really not my favorite anymore. So I feel like I need to throw this one in my stash pretty soon, or just put it in my little makeup organizer because I need to kind of refresh my thoughts on this one. I feel like the last time I wore it, I liked it. I don't remember it like being, oh my gosh, totally fantastic, something that I feel like I can't live without, but I also don't remember hating it. The only product in this little bunch that I feel like has really remained a staple is my Makeup Revolution Conceal and Hydrate Concealer. I love this concealer, you guys. I wear mine in the shade C3. Oh, I forgot to mention the shade on these two. This is F3.5, too yellow for me. But if you're about my skin tone, maybe just a little bit deeper and you have more yellow undertones, you might enjoy that one. And I believe this one is F3 as well, and this is a really great match. But anyways, back to the concealer. This is one of my favorite concealers in my collection. It really was my go-to for most of the spring and the summer. I just switched over to my Bare Minerals concealer. I really just switched over to my Bare Minerals concealer because during the winter time I could use a little bit more moisture under my eyes, and I feel like any other time of the year this is just like crease city for me, so I really switched over to this one for now. But this one is my favorite for my under eyes pretty much the rest of the year, and I love this as using it. It's like kind of a spot concealer, kind of as like a foundation. When I spot conceal, I have a hard time like pinpointedly spot concealing. When I talk about spot concealing, I just kind of like do a big swipe of concealer on my cheek right here, other cheek, and then under my eyes, and I just kind of blend it out and call it good because I just have a lot of pigmentation and acne scarring on my cheeks, so to like go through and individually cover each little spot, it's just faster for me to do a quick swipe and blend it out. But I love that product for this still. Okay, next up we have another product that I've definitely taken a step back from that I probably need to get back into, and that is my Laura Geller Baked Blush in Brighten Blush in the shade Tropic Hues. I got this in a BoxyCharm a couple years ago and I was obsessed with it. I think I tried to pan it in 2019, or was that 2018? I think it might have been 2019. Obviously I didn't hit pan, but I made a valiant effort. It's a beautiful blush, you guys. It does a really nice job of kind of just like waking up your face, and it gives a really pretty soft glow. That really started my love for like dewy cheek products, and yeah, I need to get back into this one. Maybe can we afford more blush today? I don't know, this may be a bad decision, but I'm just gonna hit the cheeks with a little bit. Okay, now we have a lot of blush on, but what's new? So yes, I still like this one, but I haven't really used it a whole lot lately to put it in that like super favorite category, you know? Ooh, next up we have a product in my collection that I feel like has been completely replaced, and that is the Flower Beauty Blush Balm in the shade Pinched. I really fell in love with this in 2018. I used a good chunk of it. This was also in a project pan. I think I have about this much left right here, so there's not a whole lot of product left in here. But I feel like since I've gotten really into cream products and cream blushes, I've just realized that I really prefer like a cream product in a compact versus like something that's liquid and in this kind of form, because I have to like squirt it on the back of my hand and then take a brush, and I don't know, it just seems more cumbersome to me, and I feel like I can apply the other products faster. Not that it really matters anymore because I don't really wear cheek products out of the house, but this is definitely one that I need to get back into, and I need to just finish it off because it's a good product and it is one that I enjoy. It's just not my top favorite anymore. Ooh, next up we have kind of like a brand of nail polish that I was super into in 2019, and that is Kale Polish. Kale Polish has since closed. Did they close? I want to say they closed this spring in 2020. I feel like the spring of 2020 was like 4 years ago. It's been the longest year. But I still love my Kale polishes. I really kind of wish I would have gotten into them before the very end, because I'm sad that like, I mean, it does kind of exist within Lights Lacquer. I have yet to make a purchase from Lights Lacquer. I was this close on Black Friday, but I just decided that I need to slow down, try to use up some of the nail polishes that I already have. I don't think I've ever used up a nail polish, but I'm gonna try. This is the shade, I want to say it's called Mojito. I have it on some of my nails right now. They're looking a little ratchet right now. I have Mojito on most of my nails, and then this one right here is called, I think it's called Mother of Dragons. It's a really beautiful shifty green shade. These polishes are definitely still a favorite, and they've really gotten me into like the world of indie nail polish. I have yet to try any other indie nail brands, but they're definitely more on my radar. I follow a lot of them on Instagram, and I'm excited to try them out eventually. Oh, you guys, next up we have these like reusable makeup eraser cloths. I have, when I made my 2019 favorites list, I just kind of put like these in general, and I would kind of still stand by that because I haven't really expanded my collection since I did that favorites video. This is like an off-brand one. It's from a brand called Juvias Cosmetics. They sent it to me in PR. I like this one. This one is like an actual makeup eraser brand. I think I prefer the makeup eraser brand just a little bit because it's a little bit softer, but you know, beggars can't be choosers, and I would still say that this like type of product is definitely still a huge hit for me. I use it every day to remove my makeup. I use it constantly for swatches. This product is irreplaceable in my routine. Next up we have the Physicians Formula Healthy Lips liquid lipsticks. I still like the formula of these, but I can't say that I would recommend them wholeheartedly anymore or that they're a favorite, because unfortunately Physicians Formula is no longer cruelty free, so I really can't support these on my channel anymore. I do know that the Persona liquid lipstick formula is very similar to this one. I have yet to try it myself, but I've heard from several other people that it's pretty similar. So if you guys are really looking for a good liquid lipstick formula, maybe try the Persona one out. I personally haven't really bought a whole lot of liquid lipsticks since like kind of falling in love with this formula. I bought the mini vault of this that came out around the holidays last year, back when they were cruelty free, and so I'm kind of like just set, and I'm really over the whole liquid lipstick formula, so I personally haven't tried any other new ones, but like I said, I know the Persona one is really good. Alright you guys, next up we have the Colourpop Sweet Talk palette. This was such a favorite in 2019. I bought it I think in like the summer of 2019. I held off for so long, but I finally like kind of fell into the hype of it, and I still like this palette. I feel like I haven't used it quite as much this year as I did last year. This summer was like a really bizarre summer. I was stuck at home the whole time, so I was doing like some makeup, but then like my apartment was this horrible hot box, so like I'd get super sweaty halfway through the day and I wouldn't want to do my makeup, and it was just like this whole thing. So I feel like I didn't quite enjoy like light breezy summer makeup as much as I normally would. I definitely use this over the summer, but I don't know if it would be like in my tippy top palette ranking this year, you know? Ooh, next up we have two single shadows. I actually threw them in here along with quite a few other single shadows in my collection. I feel like the difference in my single shadow collection compared to last year, like what it is, I just dug my finger into a shadow like majorly. Why? Okay, I'm just gonna press that pigment back in. Anyways, but I feel like my single shadow collection has grown a lot this year. And I just feel like my taste in shadow has grown a lot this year. So looking back at these, I'm kind of like I like them, but they're not always my favorite. This first one, Sydney Grace's The Greatest Gift, is definitely still one of my favorites. I actually just mentioned this one in my top 10 duochrome shadows video. This is one of my favorite like more subtle duochromes. It shifts from like a beautiful green taupey reflect to that purple base. So pretty. I will do a swatch of it for you guys because that's the one I dug my finger into, so I've got plenty of pigment on there. here's what that shadow looks like. Like, how pretty. And Sydney Grace's formula is just a dream to work with. I apologize if the light just changed, you guys. I'm working with like some natural light, so we're kind of at the whim with that right there. But then the other favorite was Colourpop Tea Garden. This is like the baby light version of Jaded Glow 365, and you guys know how obsessed I am with that shadow. I think that's also in my favorite duochrome shadows video. Like, it's pretty, but it's just kind of like weak sauce to me at this point. Like, it's more of a bronze than it is that super pretty terracotta green shift. It's just like subtle to me now, which isn't a bad thing. I just feel like when I find myself like really wanting that kind of shadow, I want like the big glitzy, super metallic, sparkly Jaded Glow 365. So when I see this one, I'm just kind of like, yeah, like it's cute, but I'm not obsessed, you know? Okay, next up we have the e.l.f. Cosmetics Glow Gleam and Beam Highlighter Palette. I was really into this palette last year, and I still enjoyed it this year. I just felt like I was way more into cream highlighters this year, especially when quarantine hit. I kind of switched over to using my Colourpop light sticks like almost exclusively, and I only have one of them because it gives me a bit more of a glittery highlight, but like when I'm home, when I put on makeup, I'm usually filming a video to hang out with you guys, and you guys love big, bold, dramatic makeup just like I do. So I wasn't really going for like a more natural highlighter. I definitely use this one throughout the year, but also like in the way of highlighters, this is definitely not like my most used product anymore. Next up we have the Tribe palette from Juvias Place. This was, I think, my #1 palette last year when I ranked all the palettes that I bought in 2019. I need to do that video for 2020 soon, but I'm a little afraid because girl did some stress shopping in the earlier part of the year. But here is this gorgeous palette. I love the color story of this palette. I feel like I definitely didn't use this one as much as I probably could have this year, and it's still a gorgeous palette, but I don't know. I feel like palettes are really hard for me to rank because when I do my makeup, I bounce around so much, and lately I've just been so into my singles. So like when I think about like what my favorite palette would be of 2020, I feel like I couldn't even tell you, you know? I'm just like not really in a palette mood lately. So this is pretty. It definitely hasn't gotten enough love from me this year, but we're gonna change that. Okay, you guys, next up we have some brushes to talk about, and the first brand of brushes that I wanted to give a shout out to is the BH Cosmetics brushes. I purchased 2 sets of theirs. I want to say it was like over Black Friday, or maybe it was in the spring or something. I don't know. But these are from the White Marble set, and this is from the Rose Quartz set. Love these brushes still. I have not bought any brushes, I don't think, since I bought these brushes, and I have been almost totally satisfied. Like, there have been days where I'm like, there's some brushes on sale, maybe I should grab some, but like I feel like from these 2 sets I've gained so many cool shapes and really functional shapes that really work for me and my makeup collection, how I kind of apply makeup. So I definitely still really love BH brushes. I still really love BH Cosmetics brushes, and I would definitely still wholeheartedly recommend them. Another brush that I actually spotlighted in my 2019 favorites is the AOE Studio E132 brush. You're probably looking at this brush and you're like, Sydney, there's really nothing special about that brush. And yes, it is just a packing brush. It's kind of just your average like small, very skinny packing brush, but there's something about this shape that works so well for my eye shape. This was the brush that really helped me like start getting into cut creases and really get that shape down. I feel like because my eyes are a little bit hooded, my crease is almost a little bit like flat, like it doesn't have like a huge like curve to it. So I feel like this brush is really helpful for creating that line that I need. Just like the general cut of it is very much like in line with the shape of my eye, and I just feel like this eye especially, I really struggle with doing cut creases because my crease is a little bit uneven. So to get it to kind of match this one, this brush is like the perfect shape, and I just adore it. I think I bought maybe 1 or 2 more of these since filming that video. So this is definitely still a favorite. This is definitely still a favorite and one that I would recommend. Ooh, next up we have the Kaleido Cosmetics Lip and Cheek Stain. It's actually called their Dream Stain, and this is the shade Escape. I loved these when I had them in my collection. I mean, this one's technically still in my collection, but it's like pretty much gone. I don't know if any product would even come out. Oh, I guess some product is still left in there, but I was obsessed with these, you guys. I was using them on my lips constantly. I was using them on my face constantly. Beautiful cheek and lip stains. I feel like it's hard for a product to truly be good at both, but this does it. And I would really, really love to purchase this. I'll have to see if they have more shades available now, because I was sent this in PR quite a few years ago. Really, really love this one still. Okay, guys, the final product that I talked about in my 2019 favorites that I want to talk about today are the AOE Studio magnetic palettes. This is the largest magnetic palette that they carry. And I don't hate these palettes, but I don't really love them anymore either. I feel like they were really, really great when I started my single shadow collection because they're huge and they come with a mirror, which is really nice. But I just feel like whenever I put shadows in these palettes, and maybe I'm just like ridiculously accident prone and this isn't a priority for you guys, but if these palettes fall with shadows in them, these shadows like pop off the magnet. And I have other palettes like from Colourpop, I have one from Sydney Grace. Those have fallen and have shadows inside and they don't like pop off the palette as much and break. I just feel like this is fine if you can guarantee that like maybe you just want like a little tiny palette to like curate like a 9-pan palette or something like that, or like you just need something a little bit bigger than that to showcase like a curated palette for a short period of time. But this is not going to be your like super durable, protect my shadows at all cost kind of palette, you know? They are still really, really affordable, and I don't think that like I'll never buy one again, but I just feel like I wish the magnet was a little bit stronger in these, you know? But I think that's gonna wrap this video up, you guys. Thank you so much for coming to hang out with me. If you guys like this makeup look, I did film a whole video on it. I'm not sure, I think this video is going up after that video, but I recreated a face chart done by an Instagram artist. So I linked that video down below if you guys want to check it out. But I think that's gonna wrap it up for me today. Please don't forget to leave me a comment and let me know if you have changed your mind on any of the products that you really loved in 2019, if you did like a 2019 favorite style roundup. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel to stay tuned for my 2020 favorites. I can't believe we're already there. Like I don't know. I feel like I kind of know what I want to include. I feel like I have like 5 items that I'm like for sure going to include, but the rest I'm gonna have to think about for a little bit. But I'm really, really excited to film that for you guys. Okay, I'm gonna stop blabbering on for today. I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.